Hello, welcome back. Well, if life doesn't get any more confusing, over the last couple days, let me move this, maybe this will help center me a little bit. Over the last couple days, we have heard about a new bass fishing trail called the National Professional Fishing League. And it is going to be an angler based, well, they say so far, an angler centric tour starting in 2021. This is crazy news, to be honest. It's like we don't have enough things going on. There is this new trail. And let me say beforehand, first and foremost, if you're watching this on YouTube, go click the subscribe button and be part of the Fishing Florida Radio family. We give away prize packs, all sorts of stuff, and it's an easy way just to get free tackle. But you have to sign, you have to subscribe, like this, comment, and really what I'm hoping here is that we can have a good discussion and talk about this openly without bashing anybody, because that's really the hardest thing. And good morning, Zeb and Steve. So go subscribe. So if you don't know, there's a new no, not all of them are. The elites aren't angler or angler centric. They're a corporation that owns it. But we'll get back into that hammer. You're confusing me already. So there's a new tournament trail that's going to start in 2021. They're already taking applications for the 125 person field that they are going to try to field. Now yesterday I went out and reached out to I reached out to the majority owner and sent him a list of questions because I want to know I want to know as much as possible before I do something like this. Except they're absolutely ridiculously slammed. So I've been going out and reading and trying to find out as much information as I can to give to you all. So here's a couple of the questions I have, because first I'm going to ask the questions that I want you guys to go into YouTube and comment and tell me what your thoughts are, because this is another shakeup that is just ridiculous. Again, they're going to try to field 125 anglers. You have to apply to be part of this. This is not like the elites where you qualify and you have to qualify through the opens to get a spot. And that's a key thing you guys need to remember on people that are kind of teasing us on where they're going to go. They have to qualify to get into the Bass Elites. If they don't, they're going to stay where they are. Anyway, here's the questions I want to ask. And again, let's have a formal, respectful conversation and try to figure this out, because I don't have all the answers, but I'd like to hear what everyone else's opinions are without going crazy and going bashing any tournament scale because any tournament trail. Because let's be honest, 95% of you guys love the elites. I love the elites. I love the five fish coming over this. And this is what this tournament trail is going to be. But here's some questions I have for y'all, and I'd love to hear your questions too. So go to YouTube and comment below. So here's my first question before we go into all the specifics about the what they're calling the NPFL. Do we really think there's room for another trail? Now, when I say is there room financially? Is there room for anglers? Now, this doesn't mean that an angler can't be on the elites or Major League Fishing or even FLW and participate in these. I think what it sounds like in reading the press releases and everything that I've read over the last couple days is that this new league is going to try to position themselves so that anglers can fish elites or the opens and also fish these. Now the starting stuff for payouts and stuff is all based on the worst case scenario that they don't have any sponsors. I think if they get sponsors, money's going to increase, stuff like that. But to start off with, every tournament's going to be $50,000 to win. So, do we think there's room for another tournament? Do we want to see another tournament? Do we want to see another tournament trail? I mean, we have the elites, we have Major League Fishing, and we have FLW, which is now Major League Fishing. Do we want another one? I should say right off the bat, this group had these thoughts years ago, and they had an idea on trying to create this new national professional fishing league. But when Major League Fishing purchased FLW, they realized we need to set this in motion. There was, I guess, some call for it, and that's what they wanted. They thought, let's get this going. So, is there room for it? Next question: who do we think joins this league? If you're able to fish both elites and this, then I see a lot of elite guys maybe fishing this time that could possibly make extra money. Do we see any Major League Fishing guys joining this to get back to the grassroots of the fishing that they've started? Does Major League Fishing say, no, you guys can't do that? I mean, we know that Major League Fishing doesn't want their anglers at the Classic. We know that. Will they be at the Classic this year? Yes. But do they want their guys at the Classic? Probably no. I'm going to turn down my volume, by the way. Probably no. I wouldn't if I was Boyd Duckett and those guys, and I mean no disrespect to anybody, I wouldn't want my anglers participating in another person's thing to make their event bigger. It makes sense from a business standpoint. So who do we think joins this new league? Is it possible they do this? Next. I already did that. Who do we see fish it? Now, here's another question. Like I said, will Major League Fishing anglers be allowed to fish it? What is the best case scenario? Do we see Major League Fishing, FLW, and elite guys all coming together and competing in this new format, in this new trail? Because that really is the best case scenario. If we could have the Edwin Evers and the Kevin Van Dams and all these guys go against Chris Zaldane and the Brandon Card and the Scott Canterburys, and then also go against Scott Martin and John Cox and David Dudley. It could be unbelievable. I mean, that would be the best case scenario. Will it happen? Probably not. But really, that would be the best thing that could happen. Do we think this new league will even succeed? That's the real thing. Are they going to be able to get major sponsors? Because, the Classic now has Hook as its presenting sponsor. That's a major influx of cash to the Classic. My throat's already hurting me. I should tell you guys I'm unbelievably tired. I've been working nonstop. Cheers, hold on. So, is there going to be major sponsors? That's going to be fun to watch. So, if you haven't heard about this new tournament trail, anglers have to apply to. They're going to apply and they're going to pick the best of the best. So Hammer asked, if anglers have to apply, what is the criteria for acceptance? They haven't really told us that. We know that if they apply, that then they will get picked by probably order of importance of where they are in the bass industry. Let's look at the whole thing before we go crazy. Because again, I want you guys to comment on the YouTube channel. You'll have to go to the YouTube channel and comment in there so we can read it and have a good, honest discussion without going crazy and bashing anybody. So here's what they are going to do. Here's what the National Professional Fishing League, which is the NPFL, is going to start doing, debuting in 2021. So you got to remember that. Okay, by the way, let me just say hello to Butch, Mike, Robert, Hammer, Brad, Ray, Stuart, Jimmy, all you guys, Zeb, thank you for watching and good morning. So they're going to debut in 2021. It's going to be a 6-event schedule. They're only going to have 6 tournaments. They're going to have 2 in the summer, 2 in the spring, 2 in spring, summer, and then fall. They are going to cap it at 125 anglers. Now, if you remember, that's how many anglers were in the elites last year. They're going to have 3-day tournaments. Entry fee is $5,000 per event. And here's the key thing. Anglers will be asked to sign a 2-year contract with an option on the 3rd. Anglers won't have to requalify during that. There's Gordon. Brings back memories of the PPA trail made. Yes, and that could, without the major sponsors, that could happen here. So the anglers will be asked to sign a 2-year contract. The anglers will not have to qualify during that time. They will have live streaming on the water for all 3 days. That's cool. I don't know, you hammer. 1/3 of the field will get paid. The winner is going to collect $50,000. Top 44 finishers will get $9,000. They'll have a season-ending tournament featuring the top 25. The angler, the majority owner, is Al McCullough. He's run a lot of smaller tournaments. They're the hourly Big Bass events, and he is the majority owner. And then they have Brad and Michelle Fuller, who are from Omega Custom Tackle, and then Paul Benson of Cash and Rods. They've put out there that they've already got 90 anglers that are expressing interest that had to sign a DNA or whatever non-disclosure NDA. Excuse me. What they had to do, they had to give their DNA to see if they can pass into this, and then they had to sign the NDA. That's funny. That's joking. And again, all this was put into motion after Major League Fishing acquired the FLW. They say there's some big-time anglers that are interested, and applications will be closed for the NPFL in November. So where does it leave this? I mean, if they have this set up so that the anglers can fish the opens and other things, this is a great opportunity for a lot of anglers to make some extra money. And that's good. That's really good. But are we going to see any giant stars jump ship and go over there? That's going to be the key to this. We're going to see over the next few days if anglers are able to fish both. I should say, I sent Al an email yesterday, and I'll read you my questions. This is the questions I sent to Al, and I hope he's able to respond to it. I know he said he had all day open tomorrow, and maybe I'll try to get him on here on Skype and ask the questions directly so we can see it. But some of the questions I asked, how did the new series come together? Did they see a gap in something that was happening in the elite and Major League Fishing that made them start this new NPFL? Do you want or think Major League Fishing and FLW and elites will be able to fish in your series against each other? Because really, that is, if we could have one series where it was just we were friendly with each other, and that the big name guys could all compete against, and we could find out who's the best of the best. That's the league I want. In fact, that's the league I'm starting. Starting right now, I'm starting my own league. It's called the Steve Chapman League. I'm only taking the top 10 anglers of each series, and I want them to fish against each other. I don't have no money to give them, but you want to know? That's what I want to see. Take that. Who's in? I know one sponsor. Brad. Get on that. I'm joking, of course. Do you think that, here's some of the questions. Ancestry.com. Let me put that out there. That's the new sponsor of this thing. That's funny, Butch. Okay, do I think any big names will sign up? How many people have signed up already? Do you think you'll have enough anglers to fill a full field? That's a really good question, in my opinion. Did you talk to any elites or Major League Fishings about getting this started before you came out with this? How are they going to do live streaming? Is it going to be on an app or on a website? How many boats will cover the live streaming? do you plan to promote the series to get fans to come watch the weigh-ins? And how do you get the fans to come watch the weigh-ins? Because we know for a fact they do not. See right there, $100 to the winner. Mike is on. Mike Soul is it's the Steve Chapman Top 10 Anglers presented by Mike Soul. Thank you, Mike. That's funny. It would be good, though, to be honest. It would be good. So how are they going to get people to come out here? Because we know for a fact Major League Fishing can't get anglers to come out. We do know for a real big fact that they come out in the thousands for the elites. Thousands. And I think they actually come out, some of the people come out for FLW too, but not to the level that the elites does. The elites, that's the biggest thing that the elites has. Like them, dislike them, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. What the elites did last year was unbelievably impressive, hands down. And quite honestly, I love watching fishing. I really love fishing. If you don't know my passion for fishing and you don't see it in the videos and this crap that I do for y'all and the closer looks and stuff, you have no idea how much I love fishing. There's one thing that I love more than fishing, and that's my family, and that's it, and God. Two things. So, anyway, do they plan to have a score tracker? Up there, we got $110. Hammer Tech, there it is. Hammer Tech and Mike Soul just became title sponsors of the Steve Chapman Fishing League. Oh, hi. Hey, Paul. So how are they going to promote this? How are they going to get people to the weigh-ins? Are they going to have well, I do know this answer already. They're going to have a 5-fish thing, and they're going to bring fish across the stage. They're not going to do the Major League Fishing rules. They're going to stick to what's been successful in the years, and go that way. And so that's what they're going to do. And Nick is definitely right. Bass is so much better to watch. I agree completely. Even though hold on, let me put that up there. To be honest, Nick, if you could have seen the amount of people I pissed off last year, and I don't try to piss off anybody. I give you my opinion on what I see and what I can read, and that's it. But boy, oh boy, I pissed off some elite guys last year, and I don't know if it's for sure, but I didn't even get an invitation to the Classic this year, which makes no sense. So I don't know if they don't want me to cover it or whatever. But we got thousands upon thousands of views on all the stuff I did last year at the Classic. It was the biggest event for us. So I'm not sure what's going on, and I don't mean to piss anybody off. Sometimes my mouth says things that my brain tells me to stop, but that doesn't happen. I just give you my opinion, what my opinion is. You don't have to like it. You don't have to agree with it. I appreciate your opinion too, but to be pissed off at me and say the crap you said, I didn't like that. Anyway, they're gonna have a 5-fish thing. Let's get back to this NPFL. And I asked, when is the schedule going to be available? How long have you been working on getting this together? And how are sponsorships going? So there's the... Hold on, let me just cross this off. There's the questions I asked. The only reason I cross that off is I don't want to give out his email address in case people have something bad. We now have $111.55 and 55. Jimmy's in for $1.55. And you got to say it fitty, like the rapper. Fitty. Anyway, new tournament schedule. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Go to the YouTube channel, comment on there, and I'll do another update on this once I get these answers done. I got a bunch of emails that just came in. Nope, they're not that. But once I get the answers from this, we'll get on here and we'll do another one and we'll find out. You can go to their Facebook page. They have a Facebook page. It has the longest Facebook page of all time. It's like National Professional League dash a whole bunch of numbers and all sorts of stuff. Just do a search in Facebook and you can find out more information about it. It looks like they have a good opportunity to do this, but will it succeed? We've had lots of people try this in the past, lots of people. But overwhelmingly, it all comes down to bass and Major League Fishing right now, and FLW. And I think this acquisition with FLW and with Major League Fishing and FLW, I'm starting to see some cracks, and I'm really surprised by that. I think we're going to see some anglers that move over to elites, some anglers that have to stay in FLW because they don't qualify to be in the elites, but they want to make that move to Major League Fishing possibly because Major League Fishing has no entry fees. And we know for a fact that FLW's entry fees are going up this year. And if you're on the elites, there is no incentive bonus that they had last year. However, everybody gets paid in the elites at least $2,500. So that's at least a little bit better than what it is. Yeah. You want to know what's up, Ducats, Major League Fishing for 2021. We're going to see what 10 anglers move on from Major League Fishing and from FLW into Major League Fishing, and who those 10 guys that are in Major League Fishing, and there it is. Oh, holy cow. Look at this. In the new Chapman League, we now have Big Fish from Head for Extreme. You can go to their Facebook page, and they're going to do, I mean, really, if we keep this up, right now we have about as much money as anybody else is giving away. Let's just say we're not having any tournament entries. But the truth be told, wouldn't it be awesome if you could take the top 10 guys from Major League Fishing, the top 10 guys from FLW, and the top 10 guys from Elites, and say, hey, look, here's a 3-day tournament. 1 day's Major League Fishing rules, 2 days are Major League Fishing rules, and the final day is Bass Elite rules, where you bring in your top 5. All weights count. I just came up with that right off the top of my head. But imagine if we could have those 30 anglers and put them someplace that would be totally awesome for them to fish. And they could catch numbers, but also the last day they got to catch those big fish. Where would we think those guys would end up? Who would be number 1? God, we could do a whole thing. I'm writing that down for Saturday's show. I'm going to write that down. That's going to be one of the topics. How cool would that be? Probably never happen. Probably will never. The only way that happens is if all the leagues join together. And right now, Major League Fishing isn't going to. Major League Fishing and Bass are not going to combine. And really, FLW is just the second tier of anglers. No offense to anybody on FLW. Major League Fishing, with Major League Fishing buying FLW, there's a top 80 people, and then there's a top 50, 150 people after that. You're AAA ball. Doesn't mean you're bad fisherman. Probably you're still the great. You're the top 100, 230 in that league. So, anyway, we'll see who goes out there, who does it. I'll answer a couple questions. I can't wait to see some new names go back to the elites. Would they just let Thrip, Martin, and other being qualifying? So, Nick, that's a great question. Last year they allowed some guys that were in the elites that didn't qualify, that they had to fill the field. Bass did. But we know for a fact that the anglers want everybody to qualify. So you're going to see John Cox on the elites for sure. He qualified. I think John Cox is going to have a bunch of things going next year. I don't know if Thrift fished the Opens. I know Scott Martin didn't fish the Opens. But I see Scott Martin going out and now fishing the Opens next year and trying to make the elites. But if Bass was smart, they would just let him qualify. Because Martin and Thrift and Dudley, those guys really are great anglers. And the possibility of bringing those anglers and bringing them up to Major League Fishing just helps Major League Fishing that much more. That's what you have to remember. I have no idea why that just changed color. That's what you have to remember. So are we going to see those guys in the Bass Elites? Probably not. But that would be another very, very bad decision on Bass's part. They should allow those guys to come in. You want to know it? There's a few guys that were on the elites that shouldn't have been on the elites last year. You can cut a little bit of fat. Cut 5 fat. And bring in Lattimore, because you need that dude. He's got a great following, and that kid is a great angler. Family, good dude. So bring in Lattimore, Cox, Martin, Dudley, and Thrift. Be honest, I'd bring in Brandon McMillan too. That's just me. He's had 2 fantastic seasons I'd like to see with it. Bring them in. I don't think you'll see anyone leaving the elites to go to FLW Pro. And the reason I say that, Mike, and it's a great question. The reason I say I don't think, and this is just my opinion, I think that there's such hard feelings between the elites and the Major League Fishing that those guys just don't want to do it. Not to mention the guys that stayed with the elites probably made more money this year because of all those guys that left. And that is a key to it. That's a real big key. So, anyway. Yeah, Lattimore. You want to? I should reach out to Lattimore and get him on the show. You want to know it? Hold on. Here's really breaking news. b.a.s.s adds new chief. What does this say? Revenue officer. Is pleased to announce Tim Sullivan as the new chief revenue officer. Wow, he used to work for Major League Fishing, he didn't. Excuse me. He used to work for Major League Baseball as director of sponsorship and sales for Major League Baseball Advanced Media, working with 30 Major League teams. That literally is breaking news. Congratulations to him. Of course, you'd think I'd get these emails. I don't. Anyway, so there you have it. Guys, thanks for watching. Make sure you go on the YouTube channel, participate, subscribe, be part of the group. Good luck to this National Professional Fishing League. We'll do an update once we get these questions answered, and we'll try to keep up and see how they do. It's only going to get better. It just adds more crap and more drama for us. Gosh. Not like we need any more drama. Does anyone appreciate this drama other than me? Anyway, okay. Subscribe, be part of the family. If you want to sign up for the prize packs, here's how you do it. Email us, info@fishingfloridaradio.com. Just say you saw one of the videos and send your address. For the love of God, send your address. I've had so many emails lately of people just saying, I love the channel, I subscribed, send me prize packs. But no address. You're making my life harder. I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. Or go up to your Facebook, just send us a private message. Just say, I watched Steve, I want a prize pack. I want all the prize packs. I mean, if you don't want the prize packs, why the hell are you watching this? So I said, watch our other channels. If you guys missed it yesterday, I dropped that new video on this reel right here, the Stratic FL. I put a lot of work into that video, so check it out. Guys, thanks for watching. Remember, take a kid fishing, get your fish on, and we will see you guys soon. Later, guys.